Greg, they sure have. I mean, maybe it hasn't helped put them in front, but they're clearly better off playing up-tempo basketball.
Nowitzki, no good. Raptors trailed by 5. The drive by Lowry. Back to DeRozan. Toronto working the ball around now. They get it back. Up top, Ross. Johnson kicks to Ross. Dishes it to Lowry. From beyond the arc and then some. Lowry's got 6 points.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The Raptors shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. The first free throw is good. Lee's checked in for the Mavericks. Barea comes in for Anderson. That one drops. He ties it up.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Matthews goes in. Harris passes to Lee. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 5 assists in the game.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
The kick out to Matthews. Off target with his 3. Toronto's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the 3rd. And again, Toronto no up.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
He kicks it to Nowitzki. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Mavericks have shot less than 50% at the free throw line today, hitting just 3 of 7. And the technical free throw is good. Pachulia, he's checked in for Dirk Nowitzki. For Dallas, they have missed 4 of their 8 free throws up to this point. Things not really going their way at the line yet. And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Barea. 27 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Biyombo. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's Lee. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Lee's got 4 points this quarter.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. And that's 10 points for David Lee.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Mavericks ahead. They lead by 5. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Raptors trailed by 5. On the floor for Dallas. They've got Felton. Pachulia is out there with David Lee. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Williams at the point. And it's Johnson with the jam.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
There's the dish to Pachulia. Ross with the steal. And he makes good on the layup.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Outside Williams. Down low. There's David Lee on the assist by Williams. And that's 12 points for David Lee.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
Parsons. It's stolen by DeRozan. Ross dishes to Lowry. Misses from short range.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Mavericks.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but also give them credit for the layups they've had tonight after strong drives to the basket.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Dallas. And Williams drops them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
At the line from your Raptors.
First one falls for him. A different look for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Lee. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Raymond Felton. And Biyombo drops them both. Dallas leading by 3. Matthews with it. Now right defending. And Matthews kicks to Nowitzki. Williams for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. And that's 13 points for Williams.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication. And now he's able to make them pay.
Biyombo, no luck.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Williams kicks to Nowitzki. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And that one misses.
Shooting Dirk Nowitzki. At the line for 2.
He hits the second from the line. Raptors trailed by 7. Pass to Ross. On the wing, Johnson. Ross kicks to DeRozan. And again, no good by Toronto.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
The Raptors making a switch here. Patterson's checked in. Williams kicks to Nowitzki. The kick out to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's good. 14 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
Nice bucket there. I mean, they are playing really, really smart basketball.
IQ basketball, smartphone basketball, whatever you want to call it. Even though the lead's not that large, they're still in charge right now.
And he makes the first.
Jonas Valanciunas. 2 shots.
And so he hits both. Dallas calls timeout.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your dance time.
check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Rick Carlisle was going over with his team in that last huddle. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. Mavericks making a switch here. Harris is checked in. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 9-point ball game here.
And it seems every season we see a player try and play through an injury. Sometimes it provides a boost with heroics, but it can lead to serious damage long term. It's a common practice we see, and some guys are pretty cavalier about it.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Greg, a lot of NBA players do play through injury. Last year, for instance, LaMarcus Aldridge played most of the regular season with a thumb injury that required surgery. Mike Conley, Clark Kellogg, we saw in the postseason play with the mask with a facial fracture.
Yeah, and it's hard to make a blanket statement if it's good or bad for guys to do that. You just hope the player heeds the doctor's advice and doesn't do any further damage by playing injury.
And the Raptors call time here. They're trailing by 11. 1:16 left here in the fourth quarter. Some changes for Toronto. Johnson comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for Corey Joseph. And then for Dallas, Powell, he's jacked in for Nowitzki. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Anderson. Here's DeRozan. Misses the three.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Can't cash in from close range.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Harris. Offline with his three. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And it's Harris off the drive. At the elbow, Lee. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Three-pointer, Lowry. Now Harris. It's Matthews on the wing. From the arc. Misses there. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.